Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 5th-ranked team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Return starts from inside the 5. And he steps out of bounds at the 15. That's where they'll start the drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Crosses the 30. He has first down yardage at the 46.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game. Boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
They'll try and run it with the fullback. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack is so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Try to catch the defense with the draw. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Early on in a football game, the offense always wants to try to develop just a nice rhythm to the offense. That time, just a simple screen to the running back, and they build some confidence on this first drive with a nice play.
There's a 1st and 10 play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Georgia now operating in the red zone. They're going to run it. Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, the script that this offense coordinator's put together to open this game is perfect. We've seen a little bit of everything. Varying formations, personnel groupings, run, pass, and it's working to perfection. Now, as they move the ball into the red zone area, can they put this ball into the end zone?
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, That one's incomplete.
To throw, it's Hawkins. It's complete. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Setting the tone early for how about the execution? Opening drive of a conference championship.
Yeah, Chris, I'm with you. Usually it takes you maybe a series or two to just kind of get settled in, especially with all the hype. But not this offense. Got to give them a lot of credit. They were ready to go, and it really showed up on that opening drive.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Turner trying to create good field position. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. First down here for this offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion.
And they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So, timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He makes the grab. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here and maybe hold them to 3 points.
This would be a big disappointment to get this starting field position and have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown, Georgia.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around.
It's blocked. Picked up by the defense. It's a live ball. Could be a 2-point return here. After the block PAT, the special teams coach hoping for better execution here on the kickoff. Fields it just outside the goal line. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Gets some blocks. It's a very nice return before stepping out of bounds. Puts the offense in nice position to start the drive. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bama.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination of this quarterback and receiver for a big day.
Extra point makes it a 6-point game, 13-7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He steps out at the 21. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Fires it to the wideout. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Finally brought down to the 12. An explosive play puts him in great scoring position.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice, accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. The defense able to stop him at the 2. The Dogs will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Obvious false start there, moving too early. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense getting set. Second down play here. They're going to run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Here we go. Third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. And he'll drop back here on third down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The Bulldogs will come to the line on fourth down, looking to keep the drive going. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Pass caught. Can he get in? And they stop him just short, but the defense really backed up now. It's first and goal.
Chris, how about this? You're inside the red zone. You get the fourth down. You go for it. You show that aggressive approach. Your players love that you show confidence in them, and you're rewarded with a first down.
The Dogs trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. It's QB sneak.
No, I don't blame him to go with the quarterback sneak here to try to pick up just enough yards for the first down. But, hey, man, give credit to that defense. They did not budge at all. They kept him short of the first down.
Defense bringing out some big fellas trying to stuff the run here. Scanning the field. It's Hawkins. They pressure him and sack him. He'll be tackled inside the 10.
So they get stopped trying to run the ball on 1st and goal. Now they take a sack here on 2nd down. Offensive coordinator's got to find a way to flip the script on this defensive coordinator because right now the defense seems to have the upper hand.
An exciting start to the quarter here as the offense facing a 3rd and goal. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. 3rd and goal, looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. And that one is incomplete in the end zone.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
The coach is not feeling the field goal attempt. They're going for it on 4th and goal here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? That run moves the ball to the 16.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the 1st down. And he's going to rifle this one deep to the left side.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the interception there.
And the punt team makes its way onto the field. Decides not to fair catch it, but he is tackled immediately. A gutsy move, but didn't produce much. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. And they put together something here. And looking for a big play here. And the pass caught inside the 15. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Georgia has moved into the red zone. The back's got it. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Coming Going to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
PAT puts him up 13 now. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Offense moving to a bunch formation. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. What a takeaway and the touchdown. That is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Point after, up and good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the kickoff will be returned. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Run back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. He shreds the tackle. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, if you're going to be able to play in the SEC and be a dominant team, you have to have defensive linemen like this right here. And we've seen that from Georgia over the years. They've been incredibly blessed to have defensive linemen that can hold up against the run, also have the ability to do this right here, which is pressure the quarterback and come up with those sacks.
And he throws his third interception of the day. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
Back to throw. It's Hawkins. Sideline throw caught, but not enough for a first down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. Caught near the goal line. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
And the Bulldogs come to the line with first and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Second down and goal upcoming. And he drops back in the gun. He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Georgia. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in. Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that two-point conversion.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Get some space around the 30. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Just ran away from the defense.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
And he knocks through the PAT. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. And looking to throw now on first down.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Dropping back, it's Hawkins. The pocket break, and this is going to be a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play for this defense. Not only do they get a couple of points, they get the football back as well. That should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
Fielded at the 25. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. It didn't take long to reach the end zone last time. A perfectly blocked running play. Can they keep it going here? And a spin move there before he's tackled. Picks up a solid gain.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's quite a first down. Looks like it'll break 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Come to the line for 2nd down and very short now. And now the running back's got it again. Tackle, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Play action here on 1st down. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
2nd down after that previous play. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Caught for the completion. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening now. Another 1st down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Handoff from the shotgun. He's got room looking for the end zone. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
1st and goal. A good chance to chip away at the lead before halftime. Timeout called by the defense, their 1st of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's 1st and goal. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown. Tie.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. The offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put him in scoring position before the half. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Looking for his big tight end. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, I think you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
They'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. The offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Looking to scramble to his left. And he pulls in the catch. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. This will likely be the last play of the half.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. So on 1st down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. Kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And it's a squib kick taken by one of the up men. Heads out of bounds at the 40 and sets his offense up in good position. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Dogs will kick it deep to begin the 2nd half. They'll return it from inside the 5. He steps out of bounds at the 26. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. First play of the 3rd quarter is a handoff. Moves the ball up to the 30.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
But his defense just hasn't had many answers to this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give him credit there. He made a nice play in the backfield.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the 1st down. Almost intercepted again. This defense is flying around today. Almost had a 4th pick.
We just kind kind of gotten into the habit of seeing this offense just convert on these third downs. It's a rare stop. That first half, they seem to score every possession. What decision do they make here on fourth down?
And off the bounce, that pump will roll out of bounds. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. The game moves the ball to the 34.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to throw. It's Hawkins. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Snags a quick throw. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
Here's the handoff. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice game.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. He breaks loose at the 40. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. The Dogs will line up to punt it away.
We finally see a change-up from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
And the returner will be brought down. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They were held to a quick 3 and out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Handoff to the back. Tackle made out of the 24-yard line. Nice play.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. Oh, and he breaks free. Oh, and he fumbles. The ball bounces out of bounds, so the offense will hold on to possession.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You could almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
And now they'll set up for the point after. The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the 3rd quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. He goes out of bounds at the 31 after a decent return. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid game.
And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Takes the handoff and tests the left side. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
And then first down, right back to the running game. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Important second down play coming up. Back to pass. It's Hawkins. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. The Bulldogs looking to run some tempo here. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Makes a quick catch. And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Picks up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the 1st down marker.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Fourth down, look at the throw for it. Touchdown, Dogs. They go in front here in the 2nd half. Conference championship on the line. This quarterback told us, this is my time to shine. This is my stage, Kirk, and he is delivering.
Well, anytime you see a performance like this out of a quarterback, it's like the stars are in alignment. The quarterback's doing his job. The play caller is seeing the defense and putting them in a position to have success. And let's not forget the line and the receivers, the job that they're doing as well. It's a dream performance so far by this quarterback.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. He'll take a deep shot here. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on 1st down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Second down after the incompletion. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
Handoff here from the shotgun. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off. They keep the drive going. It's a 1st down to the 46.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Forced out of bounds, but not before the football's moved inside the 10. It'll be 1st down and goal.
Boy, just a great job by this quarterback of being able to put this ball up into the air to give his receiver a chance to time that up perfectly for a huge gain for the offense.
And the call is a quarterback sneak. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
Hey, it's first and goal. Why wait? Go with the sure thing. Let that quarterback get behind his line, push his way in for the touchdown.
Here comes the point after attempt. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he takes this from inside the 5. He brings it back to the 18 before stepping out. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. He's past the marker and still going. They get him down, but the game moves the ball up to the 36. The Dogs will come to the line to run the hurry up. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
Handoff in a single back formation. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Getting set. Here's second down. Same tailback, another carry. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. He'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen. What the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes
Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 5th-ranked team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. This would be an unconventional strategy. Punt team on the field on first down. This is a low liner. This won't go a long way. That one lands and bounces out of bounds. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
With great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Knowshon Marino. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Now it's second down here. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Freshman introducing himself to the quarterback there.
Oh, another great play by an Alabama defensive lineman. And you just think about over the years, probably the last 30 years, going all the way back to John Copeland on that 1992 Alabama defense. Most recently, guys like Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Quentin Williams. You can always count on Bama having great defensive linemen and difference makers.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
And the Bulldogs will line up to kick it away. Finally, the first punt of the game, hoping to pin them back deep. And the punt lands out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they'll spot it here. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Here's the second down play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Second down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's now going to bring up third down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Must convert here on third down to avoid back-to-back punts to start this game. And the wideout goes in motion. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Extending the play now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And now the handoff. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job of taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Contact as he let the ball go. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
See what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Caught quickly. Breaking free at midfield. Big play across midfield. Now they're threatening at the opponent's 38. Dogs hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray and more recently Jake Fromm and, of course, Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They'll test the right side here. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Third down play for this offense. Back to pass. It's Hawkins. Makes a quick grab. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down.
Great job here by the defense. Third down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force this fourth down. Great job here by the D.
Med kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away, and they begin to click now. Direct snap to the back. Solid run, moves the ball out across the 20 to 21.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Again, he makes it second and medium. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Looking to set up a screen pass here. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now, you're looking at a third down.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take here after the play? Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. Offense tops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Now, wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the playoff. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. You cannot be serious. The head coach going for it. Backed up to his own end zone. Well, somebody up there got a little too antsy at the line of scrimmage. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Well, this head coach clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Looking for the wide out. They can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Why in the world would the offensive coordinator and head coach decide to go for it inside their own red zone? That's a peculiar choice for this offense.
The offense starts with excellent field position. Defense calls their third and final timeout of the half now. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And there's the handoff. And that run produces a decent gain.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now.
Boy, when you get down into the red zone, one thing we know about quarterbacks in the passing game is the windows are tight. Love to see this offense here picking up some positive yards down in this tight area by getting the ball to a playmaker and letting him do his thing.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Well, no surprise for an offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in fourth down in their territory and got stopped. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On first down, it's play action. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Boy, what an incredible push by this defensive line. And if you're going to survive in the SEC, the teams that really separate themselves are the teams that have great defensive linemen, especially in the interior. And Georgia has had an incredible legacy over the years, and it's nice to see that this player right here is trying to live up to that.
And he's sacked. Great pursuit by the defense on that play, and that should just about wrap up this quarter.